Today we narrate the story of the birth of Krishna. The birthday is celebrated all over the world by all the Hindus as Janamashtmi. The auspicious moment arrived. Rohini Nakshatra was in the ascendant. It was the rainy season, and yet on that night the sky was clear. The stars shone bright. There was a sense of hope all around. Prithvi, its large towns, small hamlets, ahir settlements, and even the mines full of diamonds and other minerals rejoiced. They felt blessed. The waters in the streams turned crystal clear. The lotus bloomed long after the sun had set. Unusually large bunches of flowers blossomed out of season on the trees. The birds sang, the bees hummed, the peacocks made their shrill music and dance in glee. Lovely description of nature. Actually, in Mathura, I have seen during a Janamashtmi, the season is like that. I have seen the peacocks dance and the birds sing. Soaked in the holy Yamuna waters, a cool breeze blew, scattering the fragrance of kachnar, neem, kadamb, and malushri leaves. Outside the jail, Chandani bloomed in pristine glory. It does even today. In the heavens, the Devatas played on Dundhuvi and Mridang. The Kinnars and Gandharvas sang songs of welcome to the divine child. The Siddhas recited Stuti, enumerating the Lord's attributes. The Apsaras danced with abandon. The mighty Devatas, the Rishis and Munis showered flowers to rejoice. It was dark all around. The clouds with lightning hidden in their innards had disappeared lest they disturb the infant. What a lovely sentence. They rode but mildly in order to express their joy near the ocean shores far away from Mathura. Came the midnight of the 8th day of Krishna Paksha of the moon. In this reign of darkness, from the womb of the effulgent Devaki, Vishnu took birth like the full moon rising in the east. The entire writing is permeated by beauties of nature. Vasudeva was stunned at the sight of the infant. I have included paintings to this effect. It was a divine vision. The child's eyes were large and full of kindness. It had 4 arms holding a conch, a mace, a discus, and a lotus flower. On its chest was the mark of Shri Vats, a lovely golden line. The glittering Kaustubh gem was studied in his pendant. He was an incarnation of Vishnu. His bluish body was covered in a yellow wrap. On his curly hair, he wore a crown set with many gems that radiated light like sunbeams. Around his waist was tied a waistband of gold. He wore glistening bracelets on his arms and tinkling anklets on his tiny feet. It took some time for Vasudev to realize the immense reality of the divine birth. His eyes opened wide in disbelief, and he could not take them off the child. Devaki too was astonished at the sight of the divine child. Along with her husband, she addressed Bhagwan, "Please hide your divine form. Kans must have already received the news of your birth through his spies. He will be here any moment. He has already killed 6 of your elder brothers. He will not spare you. We do not want to lose you, Prabhu. You are our son. Please show us your human form as an infant. I want to suckle you before my evil, merciless cousin arrives," brandishing his naked sword. The infant Bhagwan lovingly addressed his parents, "Do not be afraid of Kans or his minions. They will be taken care of in due course. I had made you a promise to be born as your child, when in an early life you as Vasudev, Sutapa and Prishni had worshipped me with selfless devotion. Now that you know who I am, I return to any form As you say, let me be an infant. Always treat me as your child, nothing more. Listen carefully. Carry me away from this jail. Cross over the Yamuna at present in flood and exchange me with a girl born to Yashoda, wife of Nanda, the head of the cowherds in Gokul. Let Kans destroy, if he can, that female child. Vasudeva's iron fetters cracked. He put the infant in a wicker basket and carried him on his head wrapped in a shawl. There are two paintings in this video showing this. Vasudev carrying Krishna across Yamuna. The jail door opened under divine powers. The doorman lay deep in slumber. It had rained heavily the day before. The Yamuna was therefore in flood. Soon it started to drizzle. The cloud wanted to comfort the divine infant. Seshanag spread his vast hood to protect his master from the rain. What images, one after the other. Astounding, captivating, imaginative. There were whirlpools all around. The Yamuna wanted to touch the Lord's tiny feet. How sweet. Her waves swelled and receded again and again till the infant lowered his foot and touched the waters in blessing. He blessed Yamuna. He was God. All at once Yamuna parted her waves and allowed Vasudeva to cross, just like the ocean had parted its wave to let Rama cross over to Lanka. Reaching Gokul, Vasudev found all the attendants of the cottages of Nanda and in the surrounding huts fast asleep. Even Yashoda and Nanda were in deep slumber under the magic of Yogamaya. Yashoda never knew that she had delivered a daughter and that the infant had been whisked away from her side by Vasudev. Vasudev quietly replaced Yashoda's daughter with his son. He returned to Mathura and entered the jail. The locks of the door and the chains on his body were automatically put back in place. Devaki suckled the new infant and looked at her tenderly. She hoped that Kans would not kill her since she was not a boy. It's a lovely story, lovingly told. Since childhood I have been hearing. Now I narrate it to you. Listen and enjoy. Jai Sri Krishna. Jai Sri Krishna. Jai Sri Krishna.